Think you've seen every Mustang out there? Well, this video will prove you wrong. Some are so rare that just a single car of the model exists. So what's their price and the reason they're so rare? Let's uncover the rarest Mustangs ever made and the legends behind them. 7. 1964 World's Fair Skyway Mustang. Powered by a 289 Ci V8 engine producing 271 horsepower. It wasn't the fastest Mustang, but it was certainly one of the most unique. Designed by Ford styling legend Eugene Bourdonnais, this convertible featured a transparent plexiglass roof, giving riders an unmatched panoramic view, fitting for its role as part of the Magic Skyway ride at the 1964 New York World's Fair. Performance-wise, it had a top speed of 110 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of about 8 seconds, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission, standard for its era. Only 12 of these Mustangs were ever made. Today, only a couple are known to survive, making them one of the rarest Mustangs in existence. Originally priced at around $2,600, their current auction value can exceed $1 million, cementing their place in Mustang history. But wonder what made the 1964 World's Fair a game-changer for the Ford Mustang? Well, imagine stepping into a futuristic ride designed by Walt Disney himself, only to find yourself seated in a brand new car that no one had ever seen before. That's exactly what visitors at the 1964 World's Fair experienced when Ford unveiled the Mustang for the very first time. On April 17, 1964, at the Ford Pavilion known as the Wonder Rotunda, attendees got an up-close look at the Mustang in the most immersive way possible. The pavilion housed the Magic Skyway ride, where visitors climbed into Mustang convertibles and embarked on a journey through time. About 15 million people had the chance to sit in the Mustang before it even hit showroom floors, making it one of the most unforgettable product launches in automotive history. While the 1964 World's Fair Mustang captivated millions with its groundbreaking debut, the next Mustang tried to reignite that same excitement in a completely different era. Number 6. 1984 Mustang GT350. The 1984 Mustang GT350 was Ford's attempt to reignite Mustang fever in the 80s. Under the hood sat a 5.0-liter V8, but with only 175 horsepower. The GT350 borrowed its name and style from the legendary Shelby GT350, but don't let that fool you because this wasn't a Shelby creation. It featured a white body with bold red racing stripes, giving it a classic 60s throwback look. Built on a steel chassis with no game-changing aerodynamics, it was more about aesthetics than performance. A top speed of 115 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of around 8.5 seconds meant it wasn't breaking any records, but it kept the 5-speed manual transmission staying true to the Mustang's roots. Fuel economy was a rather unimpressive 18 mpg, but hey, no one was buying this for efficiency. Ford made 5,264 units, which doesn't make it super rare by Mustang standards. While not the most celebrated GT350, its limited run and nostalgic appeal have made it a fun collector's piece. Originally priced at around $12,000, a well-maintained GT350 can now go for $20,000 to $30,000. It may not be the wildest Mustang out there, but for those who love 80s Mustangs, it's a cool piece. While the 1984 Mustang GT350 Mustang leaned on nostalgia, the next one was all about brute force. 5. The 1969 Mustang Boss 429. The 1969 Mustang Boss 429 is one of those cars that makes gearheads' hearts race just thinking about it. This car was powered by a massive 429 cubic inch V8 engine, which churned out a solid 375 horsepower. Designed by Larry Shinoda, who also had a hand in shaping the Corvette, the Boss 429 was a visual treat. With bold lines, a menacing stance, and a unique hood scoop built specifically to house that big V8, this car was all muscle. It was built on a steel chassis, giving it that rock-solid foundation to handle all that raw power. With a top speed of 130 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of about 6.8 seconds, it was quick and brutal. A 4-speed manual transmission and rear-wheel drive gave it that classic muscle car driving experience. And the fuel economy? Let's just say it wasn't built with saving gas in mind, sitting around 10 mpg. But when you're behind the wheel of something this raw, who cares about fuel efficiency? Production was incredibly limited. Only 859 units were ever made, making this car a collector's dream. Originally priced at around $5,000, this car now commands a much higher price. The Boss 429 was built with NASCAR in mind, but here's the catch. It never actually raced. Instead, it was created just to meet NASCAR's entry requirements. Its powerful engine was built for high speeds on long straights, but that same design made it struggle with quick takeoffs. So despite being born for racing, the Boss 429 became more of a legend on the streets than on the speedway. The last Mustang aimed for NASCAR glory but never saw the track. This next one, however, was built for ultimate dominance. 4. The 1967 Shelby GT500 Super Snake. This car was equipped with a monstrous 7.0-liter V8 engine that produced a staggering 520 horsepower. Originally built as a prototype to be the king of the road, only one of these beasts ever made it to the public. Designed by the legendary Carroll Shelby, this Mustang boasted one of the lowest drag coefficients for its time, helping it cut through the air with ease. With a top speed of over 150 miles per hour and a blistering 0 to 60 mile per hour time in the low 5-second range, it could leave most cars in the dust. Originally priced at $7,500, only one original 1967 Shelby GT500 Super Snake was ever made. Carroll Shelby initially planned to produce 50 for a Goodyear promotional event testing Thunderbolt tires. However, high production costs and Ford's pricing concerns, nearly double that of a standard GT500, led to the project being scrapped after just one prototype. While the Shelby GT500 Super Snake was a one-of-a-kind car built for the streets, the next one on the list was engineered with a different purpose in mind. 3. The 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302 Trans Am. Built for speed and destined for the track, the 1969 Mustang Boss 302 Trans Am was Ford's weapon in the SCCA Trans Am series. Under the hood, it packed a high-revving 302 cubic inch V8, tuned for peak performance and delivering around 290 horsepower. Larry Shinoda, the design mastermind behind the Boss lineup, gave this coupe an aggressive yet aerodynamic look. Unlike its road-going counterpart, the Trans Am version featured lightweight body panels, a race-tuned suspension, and a design that was all about function over form. Everything was engineered for the track, from its improved aerodynamics to its reinforced chassis. With a top speed of 135 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 5.5 seconds, it was built to compete with the best. It came exclusively with a manual transmission and rear-wheel drive, delivering an unfiltered high-performance driving experience. With only 26 ever made, the Boss 302 Trans Am is one of the rarest Mustangs in existence. While the Boss 302 Trans Am was built for track domination, the next one on the list was designed with a perfect blend of performance and exclusivity, making it a standout in both style and rarity. 2. The 1970 Mustang Mach 1 Twister Special. Under the hood, the 1970 Mustang Mach 1 Twister Special packed a 351 cubic inch V8, pushing out 300 horsepower. Ford made sure that this car wasn't just about looks. With a top speed of around 130 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 6.5 seconds, the Twister Special held its own against the best of its era. Buyers had the choice between an automatic or manual transmission, and like all proper muscle cars, it came with rear-wheel drive. What really makes the Twister Special stand out is its exclusivity. Unlike most Mustangs that were sold nationwide, this model was built specifically for Kansas City dealerships, making it a rare and sought-after collector's item today. Originally priced at around $4,000, only 96 units were ever built, making it a rare find today. Did you know that all 1970 Mustang Mach 1 Twister Specials came in a unique color and had a one-of-a-kind graphic design? Yes, every single Twister Special was painted in grabber orange, a vibrant hue that really made the car stand out. To make it even more eye-catching, it featured a special tornado-like twister decal on the rear flanks, giving the car a distinctive and fierce look that matched its powerful performance. Following the 1970 Mustang Mach 1 Twister Special's bold design and rarity, the next one on the list takes the spotlight with its revolutionary features and unmatched legacy. 1. The 1965 Shelby Mustang GT350 Green Hornet. The 1965 Shelby Mustang GT350 Green Hornet is one of the most iconic and mysterious Mustangs ever created. This wasn't just any Mustang. This was Carroll Shelby's personal project, a car built with a 289 V8 engine featuring an experimental fuel injection system delivering a potent 450 horsepower. When it comes to performance, the Green Hornet was a beast. While exact top speed and acceleration figures were never officially recorded, it's rumored to have been one of the fastest cars of its era. It had the classic manual transmission and rear-wheel drive configuration. When it comes to rarity, the Green Hornet takes the crown. Only one of these cars was ever made, making it the rarest Mustang in existence. If it ever were to come up for sale, its price would easily hit multi-million-dollar territory thanks to its historic significance, one-of-a-kind design. And that's a wrap, gearheads. These were some of the wildest and rarest Mustangs ever built. Which one impressed you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't miss our previous video where we uncover secrets about the Dodge Hemi.